I'm here with Limestone Grey, one of our FinTech Wales members, and we're going to be discussing R&D tax credits and the most recent changes to them.
My name is Matthew Jones. I am the founder and managing director of a company called Limestone Grey. We are a firm of chartered tax advisors and we specialise solely in research and development tax credit claims.
R&D tax credits is so important to so many companies. Why are these changes being made?
There's concern within the government and industry partners over abuse of the relief and boundary pushing by unregulated agencies and also companies that look to take advantage of a payable tax credit.
So let's talk through each of these changes in turn.
Each claim that gets submitted will now have to have a named representative of the company endorsing that claim, and also the claim will have to name the advisor or consultancy that they used to prepare the claim. A few negative changes that they're bringing in, and specifically the main negative change is the requirement for a company to notify HMRC within 6 months of the end of an accounting period that they intend to make a claim for that period. That's adding additional red tape to the claim process, and it could also result in companies not being able to make an R&D claim just because of a pure admin error.
So you mentioned, Matthew, about an expansion of eligible cost categories. Could you give some examples of that?
The first being license payments for data, so data sets. And secondly, the other expansion is to include cloud computing costs. So these changes are kind of focused on FinTech businesses, trying to promote further R&D in that sort of sector, so I think that's quite a positive development.
You also mentioned some restrictions on existing cost categories. What are they?
As it stands at the moment, a company can include subcontracted R&D spend within their claim. SMEs can include it generally, large companies can include it provided it's not a limited company subcontractor, but the key point here is that it doesn't matter where that subcontractor is based. But the change coming into effect for companies starting on after 1st April 2024 is that in order to still continue to be able to include these subcontractors in your claim, they have to be UK based. Initially, it was advised that these changes would come in and affect companies with accounting periods starting on or after 1st of April 23. However, it's been delayed by 1 year, so it will affect companies with accounting periods starting on or after 1st of April 24.
So finally, what advice would you give to companies who are concerned about these changes and how they're going to affect them?
These changes are coming in very quickly, so business owners really need to get on top of this. So I would advise any business owner who's concerned about the impact of these changes to speak to a regulated R&D consultancy, such as ourselves. We can talk through your particular circumstances, see how these changes are going to impact your business going forward, try and minimise any negative implications of the changes, but also to take advantage of any opportunities that are now available to them.